Hello and welcome to my channel, Heartfelt Crochets by Darlene. All right, so I have a little bit of a story about my Leggy frog video that I made when I first started my channel. It was probably, I think, like the fourth or the fifth video that I had filmed. It was my very first crochet with me or crochet along. And I was nervous, for one. For two, I wasn't very familiar with my camera. And for three, I wasn't quite sure about my editing software yet either. It has been a little over 6 months. You can learn an awful lot in 6 months. So one of my viewers brought to my attention that I instructed incorrectly when we were in the second row of the Leggy frog. I mean, come on, right off the bat, I screwed up and I apologize. And looking back at it, it's like no wonder, everybody was clicking off right off the bat. And I wasn't aware of it until a viewer brought it to my attention. And the other thing that was wrong with the video was my camera flipped. And when I was editing, it films upside down. So in my editing software, I flip it over and there was this one little part at the beginning that didn't get flipped over in the right direction. So it was a very, very amateur mistake, and I apologize. So with that being said, here are all the little Leggy frogs that I have crocheted in the past. Look, guys. The addition that we are going to crochet today is this pretty little blue one, Cornflower blue. Please come crochet him with me. I promise. I am not going to give you false instructions. Give me a chance to rectify my screw up from the very first one, my very first crochet with me when I first started my channel. So let's go ahead. Let's crochet a Leggy frog. Okay, so let's go ahead and crochet this beautiful cornflower blue Leggy frog. What we are going to need today is a 4.5 millimeter hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, 10 millimeter safety eyes, and a stitch marker. Today I'm using a bobby pin as a stitch marker because for the life of me I can't find my regular stitch markers, and I just haven't ordered any new ones yet. And we need some stuffing. So let's go ahead and set that aside and make a slip knot in your yarn. And then we are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we are going to double crochet 4 in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, okay, and 4 double crochet. 1, all in the same space. 2, 3, and 4. Then we are going to single crochet in the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 2, 3, and then double crochet 5 in the last chain. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for rounds 2 through 4, we are going to single crochet around for a total of 16 stitches. One, whoop, come on. I'm going to place my stitch marker. Now it can be a little difficult to see the stitches, so you just got to kind of feel it a little bit. There's 2 and 3. Kind of pop those little bumps out the right way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Remove your stitch marker. Single crochet in the next stitch and replace your stitch marker. This row will be much easier to see as you go around, so just continue this twice more with single crochets. We are just about the end of the second round. And we're just going to repeat. Remove your stitch marker. Single crochet in the next stitch and replace your stitch marker. And then single crochet in each stitch around. And you should have a total of 16 single crochets. This is a pretty blue. I really like this blue. Okay, so we are at the end of row 4. Now we're going to add the eyes. These are the little bumps for the eyes. We are going to place them right in front of these little bumps. That looks good. All right, so let's go ahead and put our backings on. Give it a push until you hear it snap. Okay, and then the other one. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to add just a little bit of stuffing into the little eye sockets. And push it right up in there. Give it some definition. Make them stand out. Okay. Now rounds 5 through 11, we are going to continue to single crochet around for 7 rows. So crochet 1 in the next stitch and replace your stitch marker. And crochet around till you reach your stitch marker, and then you would repeat that. And we're doing that for the next 7 rows. So if you would like to just go ahead and continue, I will meet you at the end. Now remove your stitch marker, pull your loop up a little bit, and we are going to stuff the rest of our frog. Stuff them fairly firmly, but not too firm. You don't want them too stiff. It's really your preference, really, if you want them stiff or if you would like them a little softer, a little gushier. I think that's good. I don't need any more. All right, and now we are going to close with a slip stitch. So we are going to, got a little bit of a snag going on here. That's what happens sometimes with this chenille yarn. So let's go ahead and squeeze this together. And then we are going to insert our hook into the next stitch. And in the back side, we are going to go all the way over into the stitch closest to the edge. And we are going to slip stitch, and we're going to do that all the way across. Come on. Well, for crying out loud. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, once you have reached the end with your slip stitch, we are going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Then we are going to double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, double crochet. Then we are going to slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, slip stitch, and then slip stitch all the way down the chain. Okay, that sounds a little complicated, but we will do it together. So we are going to slip stitch right in this same space that we just crocheted the double crochet. So slip stitch and then chain 2 and then double crochet in that same space and then slip stitch and chain 2 and double crochet, still all in that same space, and then a slip stitch. And that creates your little toes of your leggy frog. Now we are going to slip stitch in each chain all the way down the little leg. This is just the cutest little thing. I'll never get sick of crocheting these little guys. They are so easy and they work up really quick. Okay. And one more. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to cut that yarn. And then we are going to chain 1 and pull that through. Give it a little tug. Now grab your yarn needle and thread it with that tail, and we are going to hide that inside of the body. Just like that. And we're gonna go in the same spot and come out in a different direction just for a little extra security, and give that yarn a snip. And that is the first leg. All right, now for the second leg, we're going to go ahead and insert our crochet hook into the corner of the leggy frog. And then we are going to draw our yarn through. And be sure to leave a long enough tail at this end so that you don't accidentally pull it through. And then we're going to crochet, we're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, and 14. And then we're going to double crochet in the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to slip stitch in that same space and chain 2. Double crochet in the same space and slip stitch and chain 2. And then double crochet in the same space and a slip stitch in the same space. And then we are going to slip stitch all the way down the chain of the little leg. Okay, and all right. Now we are going to cut the yarn, chain 1 and pull through. thread your yarn needle, attach it to the corner. Now what I like to do here is tie these ends together in a little knot. And then go ahead and cut your ends so they are even with each other, and thread your yarn needle again. Insert the needle and come up the middle of the back and pull through. And snip those ends. And there's two little legs. Now what we are going to do is find the center of this leggy frog and insert a hook to the side and do the same thing. We're going to draw through the yarn and we are going to chain 14 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we are going to double crochet in the third chain from the hook, slip stitch in that same space, chain 2, double crochet in the same space, slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet in that same space, and slip stitch in the same space, and then slip stitch in each chain, just like we did the other legs. If you have enjoyed this crochet with me of this adorable little leggy frog, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my upcoming videos. Check out my playlist. I have a variety of different videos. Okay. And then we are going to make sure that's snug. Cut our yarn, chain 1 and pull through. Thread our needle. We're going to insert, pull out where we first initially had put the yarn in so that they're together, and we're going to make a little knot. Rinse and repeat, as they say, with the fourth leg on the other side. You're going to make sure that they're even. Okay, we're just going to insert, come out anywhere, pull through, and cut this yarn. This is a very pilly yarn. In this particular color anyway. All right, so right straight across, right in here, you're going to insert your hook, draw through, and chain 14. 12, 13, 14. Same thing, double crocheting the third chain from the hook. In the same space, slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet, and slip stitch, all in the same space, and then slip stitch all the way down the chain. And one more. Come on. And cut the yarn, chain 1 and pull through. Do the same thing. Thread your yarn needle. Bring it through the back and make a knot. Them so they're the same size. Thread your needle. Insert and come out anywhere, pull through and cut your yarn. And we have one thing we have to do left. We got to make the little mouth. So we are going to go ahead and just grab some black regular worsted yarn and just cut just a small piece. Don't need very much at all. And we are going to thread our needle. And then we are going to come in from the side and come right up about here and pull that through, leaving an end hanging out this side a little bit. And then we are going to come in about here and back out on the other side. Do the same thing one more time. Then we are going to come back in out the end where we initially came in. Okay, let's make a little knot out of these two ends. Now when you have short ends like this, they're not quite long enough to be able to thread your needle and then try to stretch it long enough to be able to get your needle in to your project without it just slipping right out. So we insert first, then thread our needle. There we go. And then pull through. Give it a little tug and snip those ends, and then it'll disappear. And there is the little mouth. There you go. Adorable. So cute. Make a whole bunch out of different colors. Thank you for crocheting with me. Till next time. Bye.